I want to talk to you today about my number one tip to get motivated and then use that motivation to build discipline. If you're into Etsy dropshipping, you're in the online money space, motivation is great. That can help you kickstart your journey, but discipline is what keeps you going. So let me explain. Discipline is one of the key focuses that I work on. I've been in this space for many, many years. I did this in a previous video. I talked about how I got started, over 10 years ago. I've been doing it since, and discipline is at the heart of everything I do. So if you're struggling with discipline and motivation, this is basically a reprogramming of the mind that you go through. It's very quick, very easy, and it's quite fun. Right, this is a really good way to make sure you get out of bed when your alarm clock goes, you get your to-do list done, everything gets done, and you keep progressing, you keep learning, and you keep going towards your goals. So let me break it down. It is called the Game Masters. Okay, now don't laugh, but it's called the Game Masters. And in essence, it's a belief that there are game masters watching you at all times. And these game masters who watch you control your life. They control the outcomes of everything you do. Now, if you wake up in the morning at 6 a.m., you go straight to your desk, get work done. The game masters are happy. You are going to be rewarded, right? But if you don't, the game masters know, and you are going to be punished. You are going to have an awful day. You're going to feel terrible. You're going to feel unfulfilled. And it's going to have a knock-on effect where you get nothing else done. And obviously that compounds. Right? Then the other way to do this is when you have any kind of hardship, any struggles, anything you need to be overcome, you blame the game masters. The game masters are at fault. You laugh. You go, I know it's you. Watch this, right? Watch this. I'm going to just mop the floor with you. I'm done. I'm overcoming this task. You can't stop me, right? And you're basically just fighting back against these game masters. Now, some of you probably listen to the Joe Rogan podcast, and in there he says the one way that he gets motivated is imagine a film crew was recording you at all times, documenting your day-to-day life and making a documentary about you. Now, in that documentary, would you want to be seen as lazy, getting out of bed late, not getting much done, right? Having all these bad habits? Or would you want to be the absolute killer, right? The guy that just gets things done, no muss, no fuss, done, bish, bash, bosh. If he says he's going to do something, he does it, right? That's who you want to be. And I know it is because you're watching this video. And that's basically what the game masters are. At all times, you are being watched, observed, and your path is being changed and altered based on every single action that you are doing, right? If watching this video is a positive reflection for the game masters because you're trying to improve, but an even more positive impact on them is going to be after this going, right, let's get organized. Let's plan my days out, right? Let's work on it, okay? Tonight, I'm going to go to bed at a good time. No phones in bed. Wake up nice and early. Let's get straight to it. No more snoozing. No more waking up at midday, right? The game masters are watching you. Now, this is still something that I do, right? I have this game master essence. Duds, who's my business partner, he does. We bring this up all the time. When anything goes wrong, you go, oh, the game masters, right? The game masters are watching us, right? And it becomes incredibly fun to create these personas of game masters, knowing that you are beating them and you always have an opposition. You're always up against someone, even if it doesn't feel like it. Someone is there for you to compete against, right? And now this is going to sound like absolute crazy, but I believe wholeheartedly that this is completely real, right? I believe that you are being watched. Someone is observing you and planning and plotting your destination, your journey, your path, whatever you want to call it, right? Based upon every single thing that you do. So now that you know that, what are you going to do? Are you going to take action, or are you going to keep being lazy, or are you going to keep working towards your goals? Now, in my last video, I talked about how you can turn Etsy dropshipping into your full-time job. It's not hard. It broke down very nicely in that video. I recommend you to go watch that one. And that is one of the first steps that you can do, is you can build a little bit of success, build cash flow, please the game masters, and then your tasks and your targets and your challenges are going to be even bigger and better, right? So stop messing around, get straight to it, go.